Hey everybody, Kevin Anthony here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about, can you really enlarge your penis naturally? Okay, before I do that, please make sure that you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. So I have talked about this before in videos. We have talked about it in multiple podcasts. Can you really enlarge your penis without surgery? This is a topic that comes up all the time, and therefore I need to keep making videos about it because there's still so much misinformation out there on the subject. I continually see new products coming up all the time that say they can enlarge your penis. I want to start this video by talking about a story from a listener of ours. So Celine and I had done a video where we talked about this. And in response to that, we got an email from a listener who said, no. I absolutely disagree with you. You can enlarge your penis because I've done it, and here's how I did it. And he talked extensively about his routine for how he did it. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details, but it involved some pretty elaborate stretching exercises and devices and things like that he himself admitted he had to do every day and were at times painful. But he did claim that there was some growth as a result of it. However, he also admitted that when he stopped doing all of those things, he lost that growth. Now, he was trying to make a case for the fact that you could actually do this. And when I read his email, I went, well, you're proving our point, which is that you can't really do it. So the short answer really is no, you cannot grow the length of your penis. However, there are some things that you can do that will really, really help. Okay, so the first one is use it or lose it. There is a reality that the tissue of the penis, if you're not using it regularly, whether it's through, lovemaking with a partner, or even self-pleasure practice, masturbation, if you're not using it, it will shrink a little bit. The good news about that, though, is that all you have to do is start using it again regularly, and it will expand again back to its fullest potential. So use it or lose it is true in this case. Another thing is to make sure that your circulatory system is really working well, because you want to be able to fill your penis with as much blood as possible. So that means potentially getting healthier, working out, exercising, cleaning up your diet, improving your cardiovascular health so that you can get more blood into the penis. Also, you want to make sure that when you do fill the penis with blood, that you keep the blood in there, because sometimes men don't have a problem getting blood in, but it doesn't stay and it comes out. And that's sometimes because the valves that are supposed to hold it in there are weak. So you want to train the muscles around your penis to do their job properly and help keep the blood in there. There are also some stretching techniques. There are a lot of techniques that the ancient Taoists used to teach for stretching the penis. I wouldn't say that they make a big difference, but they will maximize what you were born with. So again, it's kind of that use it or lose it thing. You can do some of these stretching exercises. They will help to a point, but don't expect to grow an inch from it. Next is make it appear larger. So a lot of times, if men aren't grooming, their penis can actually look a lot smaller because they have a lot of pubic hair obscuring the size of their penis. So one thing that you can do is a little manscaping. Just trim up down there a little bit and you'll make it look bigger. And then the last one, I think, is probably the most important. And that's what I call, and Celine used to use the same terminology, is to have what we called big cock energy. What does that mean? Well, what it means is this. The average length of a male penis is 5 inches. That means that 50% of the population is less than 5, and 50% is higher than 5, very obviously. But the point is that 50% of the men out there have a penis 5 inches or smaller. The good news is that really you don't need as much as you think, because the female vagina only has nerve endings so far, deep into the vagina. And so you can still stimulate her quite well, even if you don't have a really long penis. Also, the G-spot is really only about a knuckle to a knuckle and a half deep inside most women, using your finger, of course, as the gauge. So you don't need a ton of length in order to hit some really sensitive spots that feel good for her. So even if your penis is a little smaller, have that big cock energy. Go into every encounter thinking, my cock is awesome and it's big enough and it gets the job done and I know how to use it. Projecting that energy through your penis will actually make it feel bigger to her. And I've had women talk about this, where sometimes they say, you feel like you're enormous. I'm not talking about me necessarily, but just in general with men who come with that, what we call big cock energy. Women will tell you that, his size was okay, but it felt really big, and I don't know why. That's because he was showing up with big cock energy. So whatever you got, own it. And know that in almost every case, you've got more than enough to satisfy most women. Of course, there are always going to be some women that are the size queens that only like big penises, but again, they're the outliers. Most women do not need an enormous penis. An average size penis is usually more than enough. As long as you know how to use it and you can last long enough, women will be completely satisfied with that. So don't worry so much about the size. Just make sure that you know how to use it. Make sure that you are exercising it. Maybe do a little stretching, make it appear larger, and then show up with that big cock energy, and you will be perfectly fine. You will not have to worry about trying through all these crazy methods that don't really work anyway to make your penis bigger.